Today's video is about fake surge. There's a lot of talk about fake surge, and if you haven't come across it, we're going to tackle this one today. Alright, fake surge is a phrase that has been thrown about, and there's quite a bit of controversy about whether it's actually occurring or not. The reason there is controversy about fake surge is that no one really knows whether it's happening or not. There's plenty of images about drivers being in surge zones that don't give surge requests. So the requests that come through are regular or basic rates. And then at the same time, there are some cases where you'll find that you will get surge requests come through. Hence the confusion. I think the winner in all of this, you'd have to be pretty blind not to see this. The winner in all of this is Uber, because they control it and it's their system. So that's how they play the game, as you would say. So I want to top this conversation off by suggesting that fake surge in all the evidence that we can see is most likely a real thing. And if Uber was genuine about incentivizing drivers during peak periods, then they would put peak rates on, and they wouldn't be, they'd basically be unconditional. So you would have peak hour times and you would have rates that would fit those times. It's a very simple concept. Why won't they do this? Because it doesn't fit their business model, which is cheaper is better for its customer base. And that's how it sold itself as an alternative to taxis, right? So what do drivers do in this conundrum? Well, there's not a great deal we can do besides letting the public know as much as we can without any fear of retaliation. Because as far as I'm aware, there's nothing stopping us from talking about our working conditions. That's our freedom of speech, and there's no contract in the world that can prevent someone to talk about their working conditions, as long as it's done respectfully and there's a clear and concise reason why you feel that certain conditions aren't fair. So that's what I suggest. Feel free, if you're someone who disagrees with what I'm saying here, feel free to talk about it. If you agree, fantastic. Also, I'd love to hear from you. So that's what I have to say about fake surge. One other thing I want to add, a little footnote to this whole debate. After an average of 10 trips during a busy surge period, where in fact the majority, 80% of the trips are in a surge area, one trip averaging it all out turns out to be a surge trip. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about surge. Why is it when you're driving in a surge area, out of 10 trips, 80% of which are within a surge area, only one turns out to be a surge? You'd think the majority would be surge if you're in a peak area or in a high demand area. I'll leave you with that. Stay safe on the roads and don't let anyone push you around. Peace.